YouTube, what is good, man? Long time no see. We're gonna be posting every week, hopefully now. I'm sorry, I didn't post for a while, I'm not gonna lie. But if you are here, don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on those notifications, because I'm gonna be posting a lot. In this video, you guys are gonna learn how to make beats for BloodHoundQ50. I got a beat I already made, so yeah, let's just get straight into it. All right, so typically in these beats, you want to start off with some kind of foundation. So I started off with a bass piano here. It's nice to start off with a bass piano because you can kind of build other melodies off of it. And yeah, this is basically all I started with here. One thing to note here, so I'm utilizing these half steps, and then also notice how I'm like playing with the rhythm. That's really important in these kind of beats, and honestly any beats you make. I didn't just make it like a straight D note here. I've actually used the rhythm, and that's one thing I talk about a lot, is that rhythm is really important in these melodies. So yeah, just make sure whenever you're laying down these foundations you have some sort of rhythm going on. Then I layered it with this brass right here. Also, notice how I've routed these both to mixer tracks and I've cut out the lows. That's going to leave room for the 808 and kick in the track. Then I added this classic whistle from Expand. This is a cool pattern because it sounds good and it's able to like leave space for the other instruments to play, because it's only like 2 notes for the first 3 bars. And then I just added this half step as a transition at the end here. Then lastly, I knew it needed some brass, so I threw in this brass from Expand here that I made. And I really just played out chords with half stepping them up. But one thing to note that's like really important, again, is that I'm playing with this rhythm. So notice how I'm kind of chopping it here right away. And then I've also got these really tight notes in the chord, which just creates that bounce, compared to like just having one chord would be a lot worse. And utilizing this half step up as a chord here creates that tension that you hear a lot in these type of beats. I kept the melody super simple here, so that's the entire thing. Now let's move into the drums. Also, I just dropped a multi-kit with over 450 sounds, and it comes with a beat making course that is personally made by me. In the course, I teach you guys how to make melodies from scratch, make hard-hitting drums, and mix your full beats. If that sounds interesting to you guys, click the first link in the description. Alright, let's get back into it. First thing I started off with was this Lex snare. So notice this triplet right here. It's something I really like to do in these type of beats, and then I'll turn the velocity down a little bit. It's kind of where the counter snare would go, but instead I'm just putting a triplet with the snare. And then yeah, everything else is normal besides at the end here I kind of speed it up, which is something I like to do in these drum patterns. This hi-hat is just a straight 2-step, and I humanized it, which you can do by selecting everything and then come up to this wrench, go to the humanize part, and now you just hit accept and it'll just humanize all your notes, which means it's going to offset them a little bit, change the velocities, pitch a little bit, and it'll make the hi-hats sound more like they're actually being played. Then I added this open hat, which I actually layered with the 808, and if you guys don't know this, if you layer an 808 with an open hat and you throw the soft clipper on the master over here, it actually makes your 808s hit way harder. So that's with the open hat. Now let's listen without it. It kind of takes all the flavor out of that 808, so make sure you guys are layering your 808s with your open hats. Now we just have this basic 808 pattern, which I'm really just following the root note. And if you guys wonder how to find the root note, I just pitch my 808 way up and then I listen to it. And as you guys can hear, it's much easier to hear the actual pitch of the 808 when it's up here compared to being down here. I really just use a normal 808 pattern here, which is basically just placing one 808 here, one here, and then one here. And then when I went up to F here, I decided to take this one out because I noticed that honestly it was the 808 was just doing too much. And same with over here, I'm just trying to create more space, so if there is an artist that raps on this, they actually could rap on the beat and the 808s aren't going too crazy. And then over here I'm just transitioning a half step down because it follows the melody. Same with over here, I'm just following the melody with the 808. Now let's get into the percussion. I've added this bell here, which really just follows the root notes. The bell is really important in these type of beats. Make sure you guys add those. Then I added this bongo. Make sure you guys are panning your percussion and honestly all your sounds besides the snare and the 808. It's really important that you get that whole feel from your drums. You want it to sound like to the listener that the sounds are coming from all around them. Then we have this laser here, which I actually layered with that triplet on the snare because I thought it sounded really good. We also have this click percussion. And finally some rims to top off the end. I'm honestly going to turn these up a little bit because I couldn't really hear them in the mix. Now going back to the original beat, I had all the drums hit right away, and I put on this automation here, which I actually threw an EQ on the master for. Basically all I did was use one of these presets right here, and then I right clicked this knob and created an automation clip, and this is how it looks inside of the EQ. This creates a low pass filter, which sounds really good on these like hard type of beats, and I just like the way it sounded, so I kept it here with all of the drums. And yeah, I mean, that's about it for the full beat. I'll just let you guys listen to it here now. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, stay safe out there.